The best thing to ever come to the Kingdom Hearts series is the ability to alter the in-game sounds. Now, I know that might not mean much to a lot of people. In fact, most people might not have even noticed that it hasn't been a staple in the series. Sound settings refers to the ability to alter the game's music, voice acting, and sound effect volume. At the time of this recording, this was only made available when the Kingdom Hearts series made its way to the Epic Games Store. Since this is the PC version of the game, it would make sense for it to have the most options available. Players can change the voices from English to Japanese while having the text be a different language completely. Of course, altering the graphics is also possible for those looking to run the game on their older computers. For the sound settings, this is something that is only available in the PC version of the game. There was never a patch or an update to bring these changes to other hardware, especially now that we're living in an era with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. I'm surprised we haven't seen a Kingdom Hearts 3 graphical update akin to the one that the Final Fantasy VII remake got. Although I am happy that they are moving forward and are focusing more on Kingdom Hearts 4 than anything. But that raises the question for the series. Kingdom Hearts 4 needs to have the option for sound settings in all versions across the board. And what I'm talking about might only affect me, but I thought I'd put it to paper. Now, I'm someone who plays Kingdom Hearts a lot, from the older games to the mobile games to basically everything in between. Obviously, I have an entire channel dedicated to this Mickey Mouse anime, and as someone who continues to play these games again and again, it's commonplace for me to hear the same music again and again, especially in situations where I'm playing a special playthrough like Critical Mode, where I'm subjected to die in the same location again and again. Some of these songs can be incredibly draining after constant usage. Of course, any song would be incredibly draining if we're on loop for hours at a time. And this is not to come off as someone who isn't super grateful for the soundtrack we have. Yoko Shimomura and the rest of the Kingdom Hearts music team have created such a vast library of music ranging from different tones, genres, lands, and even realities. I've gone to several of the live Kingdom Hearts concerts when they were running around the United States, and I have so many Kingdom Hearts songs just casually in my Spotify playlist. Point is, I'm a huge fan of the music of the series. Want to mute the music sounds like sacrilege? And around the time I started coming up with this video, I came across this thread on Twitter. I hope people really cared about the music in games as much as they profess. There would never be a volume slider specifically for it. Then in the replies is Grant Kirkhope with, "Too effing true, Chris. The amount of work that goes into a game score is huge, and then it gets turned down. Great." For those of you who aren't aware, Grant Kirkhope is a video game composer behind the titles like Banjo-Kazooie and the Mario Rabbids series. It was just interesting to see a video games composer thoughts on this, and I totally get it. And I really wanted to comment on it to tie it all together. Personally, I don't touch the sound settings of a game until one of two things happen. One, I have already completed the game and thus experienced most of the game's musical soundtrack and am likely just replaying it. Or two, I'm in a particular section of the game where I need to grind or do something repeatedly. In those instances, I usually put on my own Spotify playlist. At the moment, most of the games I've been touching have been multiplayer titles. Games like Fortnite, Call of Duty, and Multiverses all have sound settings that allow the player to mute the music. Now, this is especially huge if you're a PlayStation owner. You could probably also do this on Xbox, but I don't own one of those yet. The dope part is that if the player mutes the game audio, they can play their own music directly from the PlayStation. The console has its own dedicated app for the machine, and it will automatically adjust the levels of music to match the volume of the game. I can still hear all the necessary sounds like enemy footsteps while still enjoying my own tunes. Because of this, I am much more likely to return to these titles since they offer much more of a chill environment. Of course it's chill, like it's my own musical taste. Now, this is just talking about multiplayer games. What about offline games like Kingdom Hearts? Well, I recently went back to play New Super Mario Bros. Wii U for the Nintendo Switch. It was a casual playthrough with me and my sister, and I went into the settings to mute the music so I could turn it off so we could play our own stuff. And in the settings, there is no option to mute it. Of course, I could just mute the entire TV and call it a day, but I like having the sound effects and the voices playing. The sound of Mario jumping helps with my responsiveness. It also keeps me interested in the game while also catering to my other musical taste. Well, I just love having sound settings adjustable for my second playthroughs. At this point, I've basically played every game in the series dozens of different times. When a new Kingdom Hearts title drops, I'll obviously go through the game for the first time with the beautiful music intact, but I know for a fact that I'm gonna run through the game dozens of times as well. Although the sound settings on the current Kingdom Hearts collections work a bit differently. For starters, it's actually impossible to bring the slider down to 1 within the game. The PC port only allows players to bring it as low as possible, but not completely mute it. First off, why would they even do this? Like, it's just an incredibly faint whisper of sound being overpowered by everything else. Fortunately, since this is the PC version, fixing it isn't too difficult. By using a hex editor, it's possible to go into the game and set the value down to 0. It's a small step, but it goes a long way in bringing us this experience. Now, we get to play Kingdom Hearts in silence. In Kingdom Hearts 2, you're able to do the same thing, but it works a bit differently. It seems that the cutscenes in Kingdom Hearts 2 have their audio tracks mashed together, meaning I'm able to play no audio in the gameplay, but music does appear in the actual cutscenes. Yeah! Ha! 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 Ha!
Come here, I'll make it all stop. Burn, baby!
While this isn't the most ideal thing in the world, it's pretty understandable. These clips are pretty old, so they likely just kept all the files together for neatness. Remember, there was no way to adjust the audio in the original Kingdom Hearts 2, but that's where Kingdom Hearts 3 steps in and shows its supremacy. Kingdom Hearts 3 on PC has been a dream come true because it has showed us how far Kingdom Hearts can really go. Outside of all the crazy mod content the community has created, these sound options stand throughout the entire game. All the cutscenes and gameplay have their audio tracks separated, making it so music doesn't appear within the cutscenes. And now replaying the game almost has an entirely new meaning. The custom music I play has added some new meaning into some old content, and I'm totally here for it. Removing a song and replacing it with something else could be funny, epic, full of despair, or anything in between. And that's exactly what I want for my second playthrough. When I stream the Kingdom Hearts games, I often ask my viewers to request songs. 90% of the time, it's meme garbage, but sometimes, ever so often, I get an absolute banger. And it just works within the context of Kingdom Hearts with all the anime quotes and weapon slashes, but mostly, it's meme garbage.
Whoa. Is this Olympus?
Gosh, it's amazing.
In his ass.
Whoa!
Kanye West he lies. Fingers in his ass. Fingers in his ass. Fingers in his ass. Kanye West he likes big fingers in his ass.
I love it regardless, I need you to know. Then there's also a part of me that is a content creator. It is so much easier to create fun little shorts where I can remove the music and add my own. And quite frankly, I often put in my own music to keep things fun. I'll give you a few examples.
Kyrie! Axel! Nice to see ya!
If you do summon Kingdom Hearts, we will defeat you. And we will close it again.
Perhaps. That is, if you survive that long.
Kyrie, are you ready for this?
Huh? Yes.
It's a minor thing that goes such a long way in making the game replayable. Now, I'm gonna give chat a little bit of hope. Oh my god, I wrote chat. Oh my god. Oh my god, I wrote chat. Not YouTube comments, I wrote chat. That's crazy. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of homework. I'm gonna play a Kingdom Hearts cutscene with the music removed. I'll cue when the music begins in the game with text, but you need to add your own music. It could be whatever you want, just as long as it's not the same song that belongs in the cutscene. If you make the video, send it to me on Twitter at SkywardWing. If you don't make the video, just comment below what song you would like to be playing during that scene, so I could just imagine it. Or even edit it myself when I get the time. Anyway, here is your Kingdom Hearts cutscene without music.
What am I ever going to do with you?
Shut up!
You better settle down there, Master. Aqua, I'll handle him.
No. I'm ending this.
But you haven't recovered yet.
Sorry, but you've seen me too weak, too often. Now it's my turn to shine.
Aqua!
And for funsies, this is the version I came up with.
You better settle down there, Master. Aqua, I'll handle him.
No, I'm ending this.
But you haven't recovered yet.
Sorry, but you've seen me too weak, too often. Now it's my turn to shine.
The reason I want you to send this to me on Twitter is because the copyright systems on YouTube are so incredibly strict. I don't want anybody here getting in trouble with their channels or whatever. At this time, we know so little about Kingdom Hearts 4 or how the game is going to be released. It will likely release for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X off the jump, but will a PC port also release alongside it? Personally, my PC has become my preferred way to experience the Kingdom Hearts series. With all the mod support and audio control, it's likely going to remain that way, but only if they release the PC port at the same time. It's kind of a hit or miss if they'll release them at the same exact date. What I imagine could happen is that the PC port could release at a later time, although that does alienate a lot of the new players who join the series from the PC ports. In a perfect world, Kingdom Hearts 4 releases on every platform on the same day. Regardless, I'm really still hoping for a PC port on the first day. I've been so spoiled that it's so hard to go back. I've been a PlayStation elitist for so long, but nah, the PC kind of snatched me up. I'm not even gonna hold you. But if the console versions do release first, please have sound settings available. This is a feature that should not be allocated only to the PC version of the game. Also, don't do that silly thing where you bring the volume down just to 1. I'm trying to mute the sounds, not have them sing me a lullaby. Then again, I'm likely to buy the game on PlayStation anyway, since I love spending $60 on beautiful Kingdom Hearts boxes. Regardless, sound settings for all, please and thank you. But let me know in the comments section below, what platform do you like to experience the Kingdom Hearts series on? PlayStation, Xbox, PC? Nintendo Switch? Do these sound settings affect you, or could you not care less? Thank you all so much for watching. It is something that I'm so passionate about, and I'm glad to finally put it to paper. Please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and stay awesome.